Well, what a sight this is. A beautiful evening and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Welcome to those who have joined us all here on a beautiful, clear evening. The conditions contributing to a fantastic atmosphere in the stands. This really is the place to be. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. If you're just joining us, we are already underway. He's had a shot! And here's Kvaratskhelia. And the ball's come loose here. Oh, nearly, but not quite.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
And that is a little undercooked. Neymar. First quarter of an hour gone. Looking tidy in possession here. And he's made sure that's not getting through. Portugal so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Batistuta, and the shot! Goal! Portugal! Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
And how easy did he make that look? That is supreme.
Portugal have fired themselves in front.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time to be caught out, you definitely don't want it to be now.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Vermaelen kept his eye on it, and he's there. And it's Bale. Lovely bit of skill. He steps in, and that's the end of that. Neymar is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot, and the counter is on.
It looks very much like they'd be happy to settle for this narrow lead at the break.
Batistuta, Neymar. Passing is crisp and sharp. An uncompromising challenge. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Searching pass he's played there. Another chance from a corner.
Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Bullish header! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Well, there's the clearance. Neymar. And the whistle goes for half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, this is when you need your players to step up, Peter. Be brave, see all that courage. They need to have a big start to the second half to give them some momentum, and they're not going to get that if they're being too risk-averse.
Portugal happy to have the lead in a tight old game. Half-time, 1-0. And the game has already resumed here.
Portugal really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
And here's Batistuta. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Palmer. Zanetti did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Kvaratskhelia. He's come in hard. Just coming up to the hour mark, and it's still 1-0. And there's his chance to lead the counter.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Bale. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside. He's coming under serious pressure here.
Well, they seem intent on marking him out of the game. They're certainly trying to wind them up in the process, Peter.
And that's going to be a booking. Batistuta, given the lift of his goal. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Can he get it through? The message is clear, none shall pass. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
they're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
He's got away. Neymar did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Oh, nicely intercepted.
Manchester United really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
This is a really front-footed approach.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Substitution in progress.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here. Oh, easy pickings there. And this is Bale. Nicely weighted ball.
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
Stood up well to him there. Now it's Bale. Threads one in. No, not quite on the same wavelength. It's an inviting looking ball, that. No question, this is the man you want to get on to the end of things.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Manchester United looking to pass their way through. Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, that's a booking, always looked it. Well, this is worrying. He is not the sort of player who tends to stay down.
It's just a silly one to give away at this stage of the game.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 9.
The final whistle is imminent, but I do think he'll allow time for this free kick.
This is about as perfect a free kick position as you could wish for.
Number 18, Owen.
Palmer!
Portugal have got away with it this time, but I think if they carry on giving up...
That's that, the end. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, what are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim?
Well, that was a hard-fought win with a defensive masterclass. They backed up their goal with a resilience that was...
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Portugal against Frankfurt.
Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. And we're underway.
Well, Peter, at this stage we often focus on the creative and goal-scoring talent, but I'm going to mention a defender in Lilian Thuram. As good as they come for me, very strong and athletic and competent in every other department you care to mention.
Just about the perfect defensive specimen.
Yeah, and I think often underrated.
Albertini wins the duel this time. Albertini charging forward, the ball at his feet. Neymar. Neymar knocks it into space. Albertini. And again, he's sorted that out terrifically.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Lovely pass, but can he get there? Xavi Alonso. Portugal do have a chance to counter here. Thuram. Ball played for Kökçü. Shot could be on.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. And that has left him in a heap. And here's Batistuta.
Portugal are clearly playing a patient game here, looking to pick out those runners.
Yeah, that's a lot of the forwards, this style, doesn't it? You need them to be very sharp, chasing non-stop, running after lost causes.
Yeah, and you need a lot of movement up front if you're going to make it work.
Thuram. Kökçü. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Looking to play him in. Kökçü. Conte. Xavi Alonso is always scanning the pitch for targets. Hausen does well to stand firm and defend it. Kökçü. Eintracht Frankfurt looking to pass their way through. Oh, he's found support out wide. Now Saliba. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Conte. Oh, no joy this time. And he's quick to get it clear again. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. How do you look back on the first 45 minutes?
Well, simply put, Peter, they haven't been good enough to trouble the opposition. They need to play with more courage in the second half and a lot more intent.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. And the action is back underway. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. He's having a go! Fantastic from Elise! That is a gem! An absolute gem! And the second half is off to a flyer! No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Elise demonstrated great strength there. I mean, he really had to hold his man off and just create enough room for him to be able to get the shot away. And I think it's just top play.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Eintracht Frankfurt have penetrated for the first time.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Albertini pulls off an exemplary piece of defending. Kukçu. Kukçu. He is just caressing the ball. Kukçu! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Rijkaard demonstrating his defensive quality there. That's ruffled a few feathers, but well dealt with. That's a shade optimistic. And they're quick to get it back. And it's Conte. Can he get on the end of this? And he's quick to snatch it back. Now it's Olise. Van Dijk with the foul. And he has shown him a yellow card. Rijkaard. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Olise has been caught there, it's a foul. There could be trouble here, but for now the referee is keeping his cards in his pocket.
Well, it was deliberate, it was cynical, and you have to understand the frustration of being denied a clear opportunity, but it had to be done.
Great chance here from position A1. Albertini! Oh, he's pulled off a fine save.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Well, there's the clearance. And that's been won straight back. Threads one in. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside.
Well, there's plenty to like about this approach. Get your head down, keep battling away, and eventually things might change for you.
And that has put paid to that. And this is Batistuta. Now it's Inzaghi, and they can counter here. He has found the way through.
Pretty robust defending.
Well, that's pretty clear, it is a foul. Well, he's playing innocent, he has every reason to.
Substitutions taking place.
And that's it. So thank you very much, Jim, for joining me. That brings us to the end of our coverage. So from us both, a very good evening.
Volunteers for each block, please report to the staff room immediately.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. And that gets things running.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the...
Conte! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Conte really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. Yeah, that works for me. The denial of movement, blunt and brusque.
Chiellini kept his eye on it, and he's there. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Bruno Fernandes is...
And Batistuta! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Conte. And here's Batistuta. You have to say that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. Batistuta showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Oh, that's fabulous. Now, can he find a finish? Bullet! Oh, that was no routine save.
Bullet clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
And it's Xavi Alonso. Bale. And he's there to clear it. Neither of these two want to come off second. It's Neymar! And he comes up trumps again.
Well, the keeper saved his team again here, Peter, but he needs more protection from this defence.
The ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Bale. And this is Bale.
Just as I thought, Peter, it looks like this is a side that's setting themselves up for a counter-attack.
Yeah, stand by for the early ball, the big one over the top.
Yeah, and those that are up top, Peter, have to be willing to chase. And, of course, those in midfield have to be ready now to recycle.
And they have got just the right players for that.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he's there to belt it away. That's rather hopeful. Pull it. And no, that was never going to make it. Chiellini. And it's Neymar. Bale receives it in a good position here. Now, can they get him away? And the shot! He's delivered all right!
Look, there are always tactical adjustments for any coach to make at half-time, but when your star man gives you a critical lead just before the break, everyone will be paying extra attention. It really is the ideal tonic.
Another moment of magic. And we hit half-time. There's been no shortage of industry or intent thus far. A little inspiration and inventiveness, perhaps the only things lacking.
On the evidence of what we've seen, they're worth their lead. There was genuine intensity and purpose behind what they brought to the game. I think they'll want a strong start just after the break, though, to force the issue that bit more.
Portugal are in a pretty decent position after 45 minutes. 1-0 to the good.
And if you're just back from your break, you've missed very little of the resumption of the second half.
Portugal really need to go and grab another goal now, Peter, if they're going to go on and secure this.
Nicely shaped ball. Piqué. For Conte.
Belletti.
Some good work on the right flank here. And that is out of play. And no, he's seen through all of that. Threads one in. And this is Batistuta. Oh, good take and a good... He's having a shot! He's scored! 2 up now, and they are cruising. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Portugal are doing very nicely, thank you.
Well, now's the time you can afford to be more daring, Peter. It may be tempting to sit on this, but I'd say go and grab a third.
Now it's Bale. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Now it's Villa. Saliba. And it's Xavi Alonso. Howson. And Neymar. Conte. He has a look up. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Portugal have themselves a chance from the spot. The chance to pull further clear. That has drawn gasps of disbelief.
A cool head was needed there, and we got anything but.
Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Tries to pass it through, and he's in on goal. David Villa! He's done very well to get to that.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Rijkaard.
Neymar. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Now it's Bale. He's shifting through the gears here. Great challenge, time to perfection. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
And here's Bale. Bale concedes a free kick for that.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 18, Bale. Number 23, Bruno Fernandes. Coming on the field, number
Ahead by 2 and just about into the home straight. Look at the space here. On it! It's a goal! Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
We have got ourselves a game here.
Well, they'll just be praying that one more chance falls their way before the whistle goes.
Now it's Villa. Rivaldo.
There will be 5 minutes added
That is
time.
ended up in no man's land. He's going for goal! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
No, that's been intercepted. Conte. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. And that is as far as it goes. Portugal pull through, sometimes by hook, sometimes by crook, but that needn't matter. They have the win, and that's what they needed.
Batistuta.
Taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. How would you summarise what we've seen today then, Jim?
Portugal perfectly played the hosts and the crowd. They set up to frustrate and stifle, but they were relentless whenever the opportunity presented itself at the other end. A cracking away day.
Many thanks to Jim, and with that, it is a very good night to you.
So hello and welcome one and all on a night which is anything but welcoming. The rain is tumbling down here, you can see it against the floodlights. It gives an added sense of drama to a game which was already in itself deemed dramatic. The conditions here will play a substantial part.
I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Things have got underway here pretty promptly.
Well, this 4-4-2 formation is often used in the modern era defensively, but it used to be the gold standard of formations.
Could be danger here. Now then, the ball's come loose.
Looking for the run.
Oh, well played.
And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Ambitious ball here.
Oh, super find.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Oh, easy pickings there.
Well, Xabi Alonso is the standout. He'll be looking to set the tempo and dictate the play here, Peter.
He is so integral to this team, isn't he?
Yeah, he has the quarterback influence on a team so that as soon as he gets on the ball, everyone starts making runs. He's a master passer and a beautiful manipulator of the ball.
And that has been knocked clear.
Well, it's a look of bewilderment. His touch deserted him at the key moment.
It speaks for itself, doesn't it? Best left there.
Oh, that's well spotted. Howson is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Looking to play him in.
Well, neither defence has had a wake-up call yet, because neither attack has turned up.
It's a searching pass.
Xabi Alonso.
Conte. Pressing high and with purpose.
Neymar.
And here's Batistuta.
"30 minutes gone.
And here's Batistuta. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Neymar. Good ball, good take. Now he's got space here. And here's Batistuta. Conte. Aimed beyond the defence. He's shifting through the gears here.
Into the final 5 minutes of the first half.
And smartly reclaimed.
Neymar.
Ball played for Conte. And that has been cut short.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been handcuffed.
A probing pass.
And that could set him on his way.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. It hasn't been a bad watch, not by any means. The intensity levels are there. We've just lacked that telling breakthrough moment.
What have we learned from the first 45 minutes?
Well, there's no way to disguise the fact that they've been poor. Not a single shot on goal tells you all you need to know, Peter. Everything seems a little hurried to me, a little rushed, panicked even at times.
So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0. And we're off again.
So the first half brought no goals.
Neymar
Is someone with real dynamite in his boots. picked out brilliantly. He's picked his way through. Shapes to shoot! He's scored! The breakthrough arrives at last! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
So the first goal of the game.
And talk about the perfect time to score. The manager's giving nothing away, but he'll be thrilled inside.
Szoboszlai going full steam ahead down the left flank. And he's managed to get free. Szoboszlai, it's a mighty effort! He's got a goal! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
A great delivery and a finish to match.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again. This is cracking stuff.
Good challenge, excellent challenge.
Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Xabi Alonso could try cutting inside here. Xabi Alonso delivers. And he's there to clear it. Conte. And reclaimed it in a... And the shot! Bayer Leverkusen are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be...
Great chance! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Bayer Leverkusen are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
Bayer Leverkusen go into the lead.
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another?
And it's Neymar. And the through ball. He's got plenty of space out wide here. Gets a good foot in there. Well, that has not gone well. Played into space. Now that's well seen too.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
That is good alertness. That's a cute ball. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Rijkaard. And no, that was never going to make it. It is looking like the end. If anything's going to happen, it's got to happen now.
Well, it's looking like too little too late, but they are giving it all they have.
Can he get on the end of this? Cute ball now, how can he reach it?
Bayer Leverkusen
Inshallah.
wanted that two-goal cushion, but it wasn't. Still, they should be able to
Shoo.
Nicely shaped ball. Bale providing an outlet on that flank. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Rijkaard calmly anticipates.
And he's on his way! He's had a shot! It's bounced back off the post. Now that is commitment to the cause.
Well, they've got to get everyone forward, and maybe even the keeper.
Xabi Alonso with the short one. Xabi Alonso, played in. Marquinhos. And the referee brings it to a close. Portugal can look back at this result with regret. A front foot start, but they were ultimately made to pay for their inability to kill it off.
Hello and welcome one and all. The atmosphere building very nicely here. Gorgeous, gorgeous evening. The skies are clear, the noise is fervent, the atmosphere frenetic.
My name's Peter Drury, and here's my co-commentator for the game. It's Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football. And we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
The action has already started. Neymar. Oh, he's bustling through here.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Picked up, and a chance! Superb goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated.
And here's Batistuta. And Batistuta! Batistuta has been caught there, it's a foul. Bale with a real chance here.
Looking to widen the gap even further here.
Bale!
Oh, the ball's come loose here. Smoothly does, and he's had a hit! He's missed, but not by that far.
Well, he doesn't need a second invitation, even from that range.
Looking for the run. He can run onto that. Portugal are enjoying a good spell right now and leading. And this is Bale. Bale stood his ground strongly. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
And that is as far as they're going to go.
Looking to play him in. Can he get it through?
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left be.
He's going for goal! Oh, that was wicked, a truly wicked effort.
Yeah, I mean, I guess he tried one of his specials.
Couldn't squeeze it through. Neymar.
Oh, looks like he's been taken out there.
And it's Soboslai.
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area.
Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Alexander-Arnold is eyeing up his options in the middle.
Well, there's lots of movement in the box for them to pick out.
That is some save from Khan.
Oh, smart save. He had plenty to do.
Absolutely terrific reflexes, goalkeeping at its very best.
Fenerbahce with the corner, there first. Alexander-Arnold with the short one. And this is Neymar. Nice control. Oh, look at the space here. Nice bit of skill, and he's away. Shot at goal! I'll be a bit disappointed with that.
Oh, it looked like he tried to give it some extra whip.
Conte. Oh, that's a key interception. Quality ball. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. Now, can they get him away? That's a good ball. And the shot! He's got a goal!
Fenerbahce are back on level terms. It is a good finish. The odds were against him, little matter.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter. When you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing, the outcome should all come down to finishing.
And there's the end of the first half.
So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying.
So we reach the halfway point.
Who wants half-time when you have a contest this good? I can only hope it picks up where it left off.
Portugal are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Substitutions taking place.
So we're into the second 45.
Now it's Batistuta. He's through, now is he in? Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking.
Batistuta really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Well, that has not gone well.
Portugal really do like their passes from deep, Peter.
Making good use of that quarterback position, aren't they?
Yeah, but this is a system that can only work if you have the player.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. Yellow or red? It is red.
I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle.
Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions.
They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men.
Yeah, we guessed that this scenario could take place because he's up against pace.
Rijkaard is always looking to break lines.
Great skill, that's nice. And that's really well manoeuvred.
Timber clears it away.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, the ball's gone astray. That's a lovely, neat pass. And here's Barcola. Thinks about the shot.
Oh, that's neat.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through.
Well, the box was just so congested there, Peter. There was absolutely no space to work with.
Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet.
Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And the assistant referee rightly gives him offside.
Substitution for Portugal, number 9.
So the manager can make a change for the first time in the game here.
Well, this could be a bit of a nightmare scenario for the defence, as you're going to be facing a very willing runner now, especially one that likes to make those runs beyond the defensive line.
Look at the space here. Batistuta!
And no, he couldn't find the finish.
Well, we could be headed for a scenario in which next goal is the winner. That chance could have been it too. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
He's got tall.
That's going to go a long way. Saliba. And it's Rijkaard.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
It It's Neymar! This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
And he shoots! Yes, he's done it! And that has raised the roof! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Portugal take the lead. Now it's just a question of holding on.
There's still a bit left in it, Peter, but they should find the necessary to avoid a slip-up now.
There will be 3 minutes added
I think we're about to see a frenetic finish. No half measures from here.
And there goes the final whistle. What a game, what a show. Both sides robustly going about their business, and that has turned it into quite a spectacle. It's the sort of game after which you feel it's a shame anybody had to lose. Bale voted man of the match, and deservedly so. So a dramatic game.
So welcome one and all to a picturesque evening here. A clear night, all the ingredients for a showcase game that the passionate crowd demands. I'm Peter Drury, and providing analysis and expert opinion alongside me will be Jim Beglin.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter, it's great to be on board.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. Well, we're on the way. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, you can't really overlook the importance of Bruno Fernandes in this side. A lot of players of his ilk may be seen rightly or wrongly as luxury players, and he's anything but. A work ethic I've always admired, and he's still hard at it as ever.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Shot could be on. Real chance! Big moment! Massive goal!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Oh, look at the manager here, he's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
Takes a shot! Oh, he's been caught napping, and again! It's a goal! And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
It was a great finish. He put it away with great poise, dead-eye accuracy.
He had the whole picture in his head, Peter. He didn't even look at the goalkeeper.
Portugal grabbed the equaliser, and we're all square.
You've got to commend that, Peter. It's the perfect response to falling behind. Don't let your heads drop, just get back up the pitch and level the scores again.
Big chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
Bale. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. It's played through for him. And he's picked it up out wide. Lofted in. Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Well, that is one way to stop him. Can he get on the end of this? He's in plenty of space here. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Conte. Oh, that is a nice touch. Bruno Fernandes has been caught there, it's a foul. Rijkaard does well to get it back, and it's Bale. Well, that tackle was certainly sturdy. The referee's awarded a free kick, and he has shown him a yellow card.
Xavi Alonso is the team's great visionary. Neymar. It's run loose here. Botafogo have it back and can go again. And he is going into that little black book. Bale. Bale goes steaming forward. And it's Neymar. Odo gets it away. That's the keeper's ball. Xavi Alonso, chance here to counter. Now it's Bale. And this is Batistuta. Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. And he was quick to react. For Conte. Neymar. And it's Xavi Alonso. And that's really well manoeuvred. Well, that pass surprised everyone, and not in a good way. Chiellini gets across to intercept that. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Neymar. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. He is through here. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Nice-looking ball. Dink through.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Neymar will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Now it's Bergkamp. And there's green grass ahead of him. He's been taken down and the referee has pointed at the spot. Portugal present their opponents with the best possible chance here. Eyeball to eyeball with the goalkeeper. Oh no, he misses from the spot.
I never really looked comfortable over that. I had a feeling this might happen.
And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
He's found a... It's Bale! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Oh, they're just unrelenting, Peter. Wave after wave of attacks. Now it's just a matter of making at least one of them count. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Oh, what a... Oh, it's hit the post! Just off target.
Oh, that's just unfortunate. Really, really unfortunate.
Deep into stoppage time. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, they could be caught out here. Rijkaard. And the whistle goes for half-time. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, I think the manager should be pretty happy that his side managed to come in on level terms. Things seem to be going a little against them, but they stemmed the tide, got their equaliser, and I think we're in for an exciting second half now.
So, all square at half-time, each side matching the other blow for blow at the break.
Portugal get the second half started.
Portugal clearly have been the better side here, so if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Chiellini is being told in no uncertain terms that this will be his final warning.
He just needs to...
Stoichkov! Oh, terrific save from the keeper.
Stoichkov really must be thinking what he has to do to score there. The taker has to look for options because an aerial supply doesn't look promising here.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. Neymar. Threads one in. Looking to play him in. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And it's Conte. Now it's Batistuta. Bruno Fernandes spots it and intercepts. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Now it's Stoichkov. Not much subtlety about that challenge. And he's picked on the finish! Now, who's going to be first to this? Bale looks to get on the end of this. Stoichkov. Neymar. Conte. Great vision. Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. And he's there to belt it away. Now it's Bale. Plenty to aim at here. Bale! Goal! Portugal! And the game is well and truly turned on its head. Oh, whose goal is that? Big deflection. That's one for the dubious goals panel. So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on, or even better, can they get another? Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Good chance here! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Corner number 2 then. Stood up well to him there. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. Conte. Well, the manager might be thinking of shuffling his pack here.
Well, the manager must be thinking to himself whether he's got a game changer on that bench, and he needs to act quickly.
Now it's Stoichkov. It's a really well-measured ball. And that pass just didn't quite work. Conte, always on the lookout for any signs of danger. And it's Batistuta. That ball looks a good one. Oh, facing up to his adversary. He's going for goal! No, not quite.
Well, I suppose he was being urged to shoot. Maybe the crowd will stay a little quieter next time.
crunching tackle. Neymar. Ambitious ball here. Oh, delightful ball. And the shot! Oh, denied brilliantly!
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
So, third corner of the game. Botafogo are looking to go forward now. He's in a great position here. Oh, just skips past his man. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. Cafu did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That's a sharp pass. Over to the left. Opts to play it back. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, taken with style. 2 up now, and they are cruising. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Portugal take a 2-goal lead and are looking good for the win.
Well, that's pretty much sealed it.
And the shot! Yes! And there's your hat-trick hero. He is simply indefatigable. Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
Well, you had to...
Chance! Oh, it's a beauty! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Just cruising! They are cruising! Well, how's that for a class finish?
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Shot a goal! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Conte. And he's on his way! Batistuta. Batistuta! And it's hit the woodwork and out! I think that's offside. Yes, it is. Nicely weighted ball. Hangs in a cross.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
That's a cute ball. That's a pretty loose pass. Neymar. Bale. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Serginho.
4 added minutes has been indicated.
Conte. It's Neymar! Really well taken goal. And the chasm continues to widen. A brutal statement that underpins where these teams are at.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
Portugal are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. And that will be it. Portugal have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves through unwaveringly.
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it.
Well, we're on the way. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
Well, I think the fact that this guy, Saliba's starting, I think that indicates, Peter, you're looking to play out from the back, and he's shown to be very confident and comfortable on the ball when it comes to moving it forward. He'll see a lot of the ball, and sometimes he'll go direct from back to front.
Bale! Oh, he's hit the bar!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Kante.
Stojkovic.
Neymar.
Oh, that's well done, really robust.
Well, that has not gone well.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing.
And this is Batistuta.
Oh,
And Batistuta!
oh, it's hit the post!
A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary.
And it's Xabi Alonso.
Lovely feet.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And it's made its way...
Tries a shot! And that is quite wonderful! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! Barcelona are in front! One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping.
And the shot! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Oh, he's been caught napping.
He's free, he has got space. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Well, there's your danger man, a title that is entirely justified.
Chance!
Portugal are seeing plenty of the ball, but for now they trail.
And this is Bale.
He's in a great position here. Portugal do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
Oh, that's an excellent interception. Xavi Alonso.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Great shot at goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
De Bruyne really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Portugal are looking to go forward now. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. He's shifting through the gears here. And this is Batistuta. Loose ball now, and there's a chase on to retrieve it. And it's half-time here. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs.
Yeah, you don't get any points for stating the obvious, Peter, but thankfully this is still very savable. Keep things simple, keep the intensity high, and hope for an early goal. If that happens, it's a game changer.
And that's the start of another 45 minutes.
Portugal really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Now, try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Conte. Portugal finding their passes. Neymar. Good ball. Bale! And it's hit the woodwork and out. Played into space. Harrison promptly onto that, and that is that. Nice looking ball. Oh, nicely intercepted. Bale is being harried and hassled.
Yeah, and what they've got to realise, Peter, is that they won't get away with excessive force for long, so they're running a fine line now.
Oh, that big chance! Now, who's going to be first to this? Nicely aimed pass. Neymar. No outsmarting him this time. Quarter of an hour into the second half. Rijkaard gets over and intercepts. Looking for the run. Well timed, excellent interception. Xavi Alonso. Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy to...
Chance for a shot! And he's there to get it away. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. That a foul? Yes, the referee's given it. And it's Conte.
Portugal really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
This is a really front-footed approach.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
He is through. It's Bale! And yes, it's there! Do not write them off. Back they come. Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
That has certainly made things interesting.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant. Portugal really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
Cleared away.
Oh, what has happened here? Chooses to go back. Look at the space here. Batistuta! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Great vision. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Rijkaard. Neymar is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Short changes him with that pass. And he welcomes it in. Goes for a shot! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
Substitution for Portugal. Number 9. Number 20.
We have got changes here, from both sides in fact. Having turned the game on its head, now can they hold out?
Well, look, Peter, I feel I've got to stress that there's still time for another, so we can't be too presumptuous yet.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. So the winners, bullish and belligerent after a remarkable collective effort. Fall behind they may have done, but they were having... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. So we're up and running. Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, Peter. It's his pace that's his main attribute, especially over those first few yards, where he just seems to glide away from defenders, gets himself into great positions, and likes to hit it hard and nice and early. That's a horrible combination for any defence that's trying to deal with him, I can tell you that.
Hard to disagree with that. It is the sort of situation he thrives in. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Howson promptly onto that, and that is that. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. He's shifting through the gears here. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery.
The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Hazard charging forward, the ball at his feet. Saliba calmly anticipates.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think both of these keepers could text about their respective uninvolvement.
Knocks it into space. And this is Batistuta. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Batistuta! Goal! Portugal! And Portugal score first. Oh, delicious, such devilish curl.
Well, it's one of those, Peter, when you've got to take your hat off and just say, too good.
Portugal have taken the lead.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
Oh, there's a probing ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Oh, that's well spotted. Nedved plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Can he finish? He has done it! They are really purring here, and they have extended their lead in the blink of an eye. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
Portugal, and the shot! Relentless! Just relentless! A quite incredible spell. They are flying.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but...
And we hit half-time. Well, the mood in the two camps couldn't be more different as they go in for half-time. Elation on one side, misery on the other.
It's an eye-catching scoreline, but it's a fair reflection on what we've just seen in this first half, Peter. Now they just need to make sure they retain their focus until the very end. No slip-ups.
Portugal very much in control here, 3 up and cruising.
Romario. Coming on to replace him is number 9, Owen.
Here we go again. Oh, easy pickings there. Pass somewhat off target. Xavi Alonso. Conte. Good take, and is he in? Xavi Alonso. Now it's Owen. And Robertson. Neymar, looking understandably energised after his goal. Now it's Neymar, aimed beyond the defence. Portugal are simply cruising along with this 3-goal lead. And he's straight offside. And they win it back again. Xavi Alonso. Oh, good-looking ball. Bale being hounded, manhandled at times.
Yeah, and they've got to be careful, Peter, that they don't allow their attempt to snuff out the threat now to turn into indiscipline.
Xavi Alonso. Xavi Alonso is always looking to break lines. And the shot! It's bounced back off the post. Koeman gets rid without sophistication.
Portugal are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
And a chance! It's in! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Ah, that's just clever. He made the keeper think he was going one way, only to outfox him by going the other. Very nice.
And yes, it's him again. Things looking so easy, almost too easy here. Played out to the left flank.
Yeah, we get to see this more and more. Defenders popping up in these positions.
Neymar. Rijkaard. That's been cut out, well played. Batistuta is offering some sort of an apology there.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
Bale! And yes, it's there! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
Portugal are having a ball here. Great ball if he can get there.
Added minutes has been indicated.
Koeman. He's gone forward. That's that, the end. So a real showpiece win. This lot was simply far too clever for their opponents, and despite their best endeavours,
The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. So it's down to business here. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, I've always been impressed with how this guy, Szoboszlai, has been able to combine physicality and the finesse he can also add to his game, Peter. He makes good use of his strength when receiving the ball in tight areas, and he has that trickery and athleticism to beat people, and a spring in his step, always a spring.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. Rijkaard has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles. Now it's Inzaghi. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Neymar. Bale. Lovely pass, but can he get... Shot a goal! Marvellous goal!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate. On heels rather than toes.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Madrid are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Ambitious ball here. Oh, he's found support out wide. Great challenge, time to perfection. Van Dijk attempts a clearance. Locatelli. Portugal do seem to have a very clear game plan here, Jim.
Yeah, they're set up to play those long balls from deep, Peter. The front men have certainly been busy making the runs beyond that defence.
Well, it's a tried and tested formula, OK, but very demanding too.
Well, you need your boys up front to work extremely hard, and you need to get the passing right as well, of course.
And it's Bale. Conte. Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Oh no, what has happened here? He's Bale! He's got a goal! And they're at it again in double quick time. Well, there was to be no other outcome.
Oh, how can they be so careless, Peter? It's too casual. They were never going to get away with that kind of sloppiness.
Portugal are now luxuriating in a two. It's a quick one. Neymar. He's found a way, and he's had a hit. Oh, the ball's run loose here. Xavi Alonso is always scanning the pitch for targets. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Cute ball now, how can he reach it? Bale purring through the gears. And that has been cut short. Spread out to the left. Rijkaard. Conte. Now it's Batistuta. Portugal looking to pass their way through. Driving through the middle.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And we hit half-time. Reflections on the first half?
Portugal really should be thinking about killing this off early in the second half, Peter. The boss will be demanding the same level of intensity from his team, so I'd expect to see the same positive intent after the break, the same purpose again.
Portugal ahead 2-0, and they are looking good. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. Jim, how are you reading the formation?
Yes.
Mbappe! Goal! Barcelona! And the game springs instantly to life.
And it looks like we're going to get the entertainment we were all hoping for.
There was no getting to that, no getting to it at all. Expertly done.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
Portugal are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Pass is coming off in quick succession here, and it's lofted through here. Oh, that's been cut out, well played. Xavi Alonso.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Xavi Alonso. De Bruyne. Goes for goal! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Strong running down that left flank. Now here's the delivery. And he gets rid in a hurry. Now it's Kante. Now it's Bale.
Well, I wouldn't quite advise they should resort to risk-taking at this stage. There's plenty of time left yet.
Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Spread it left. Bale is always playing with one eye on the spectacular. Threads one in. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Barcelona look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting any time. They're just trying to get the runners away as quickly as possible.
And that's gone all the way through to the keeper. Nicely weighted ball. He's having a shot! Goal! They have done it! They have their equaliser!
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He is just caressing the ball. And this is Batistuta. De Bruyne can see things others simply cannot. It's Neymar! Neymar! This boy is showbiz! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! What a delicious goal, stroked in like a maestro.
Oh, how does he get the ball to do that? He's on another level to most of his peers.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
So we have a breakthrough. Takes a shot! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Bale really must be thinking what he has to do to score.
And it's half-time here. Portugal come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. The midway point of the game.
Well, give me a moment to get my breath back. What a super half of football. Incident-packed, goals, comebacks, and the match being turned on its head. Which way it's going to go from here, it's anyone's guess.
Portugal head into the half-time break with a narrow advantage. It is 2-1. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Kante
Defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man.
and it's Batistuta. And he's only too happy to take that back.
Oh, cracking ball. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined.
And he's picked it up out wide.
Shot could be on. And a shot! They've scored! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Well, this is just incredible. I mean, who would have seen this? Neither manager, I think. It's all happening.
Lacking for neither time nor space, it could scarcely have been more straightforward.
Yeah, it's mystifying that a player of his talent wasn't picked up sooner, and he picked them off instead.
So all square, and not for the first time.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Knocks it into space.
And that's put paid to a promising move. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And this is Batistuta.
He's had a shot! Goal! Portugal! And they're back in front. Complete awareness. He understood what was needed and he executed it smoothly.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
Substitution for Barcelona. Number 10, Messi.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Number 8,
Portugal go into the lead.
coming on the field. Number 9, Neymar.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup.
Erling Haaland.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example.
Substitution.
Xavi Alonso.
Might want to be careful there.
Rafael Leao.
And here's Owen.
Oh, there's a probing ball.
Portugal clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Rijkaard.
He's on it, can he? There's the shot! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
There will be 3 minutes at a time.
Could be danger here.
Conte, the man synonymous with solidity. Rafael Leao.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And that is it. The referee has seen enough. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. The Signal Iduna Park, located in Dortmund. It really is a tremendous arena. And that gets things running. Jim, who do you reckon is pivotal?
Well, this striker, Benjamin Sesko, is someone I really like the look of, Peter, because everything about him screams target man. But for me, he's much better when the ball's on the deck. It's all about...
Doku! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And this is Bale. That's good running with the ball. Costa Curta does well to stand firm and defend it. Bale. Not the most accurate pass. And it's Bale. Neymar. Tries to play it through. Harrison kept his eye on it, and he's there. Foot in. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. That's a lovely, neat pass. Turns back here, probably the best option. Doku. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. He's found a way through. Rice. Portugal are still to register a shot on target. As a matter of fact, a shot of any type. Now that looks a decent ball. Bale was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Robson is someone with real dynamite in his boots. And he's managed to get free. Oh, some tackle that. And it's Rice.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
That's a foul, no two ways about it. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
And the chances keep on coming. They're awarded another corner. Corner number 2 then. Gareth glittering Bale! That is a gem! An absolute gem! Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, this should allow them to be a bit more expansive, although they'll be wise to be cautious for now.
And he's intervened well there.
OK, being behind at the break isn't ideal, but there's plenty of time to reply.
Rice. Aimed beyond the defence. Robson. He is through here. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. He might be in here. Goes for a shot. It's in. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
He's tried one! Superb from Sesko! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy!
And they get themselves in front! The purest possible contact. What a fabulous strike.
Well, Peter, it would have taken something incredible for the keeper.
And that'll be the final action of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
And the second half gets underway.
Well, I think in these circumstances, it's all about how to adjust the balance of your team. I mean, you want to get back in it as soon as...
It's Bale! And kept out by the most elastic of saves.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Oh, this looks sharp. Costa Curta. Oh, and they're quick to press here, right? Oh, no, this does not look good. Van Dijk. Belletti. Van Dijk.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
So, can they find a way to turn round this deficit?
The attendance for this match was 60,332.
Conte. And here's Batistuta. Lovely ball and a real chance now. And he's cleared it out of harm's way. There will be a throw-in. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
Well, the question now...
And the finish! That is special! Gareth Bale! A finish of true class! And there we have it, the two-goal cushion. One sweeping move. He's going for goal! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, they could be caught out here. That is ended up in no man's land. And that is a little undercooked. Rijkaard with the clearance. Just a quarter of an hour to play. He's picked his way through. Xabi Alonso simply refused to be outdone there. And it's Batistuta. Conte.
That's good pressing. It's really squeezing everything.
And it's Xabi Alonso. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
That is a brilliant interception. Has a look and plays it forward. And the pass is intercepted. Šeško. Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Now it's Bale.
1 minute added time.
And he's had it nicked away. And we're done. A performance of perspiration, work rate, grit, and those are very good qualities that might have got them something on another day. Sadly, not today. Your final thoughts, Jim?
Portugal desperately failing to impose themselves on the game. Decidedly flat, disjointed in so many areas on the pitch, and you're never going to win.